up, everybody? Enderheart here with another Gravity Falls fanfiction reading, and today we will be starting a new fanfiction reading called Demented by RockyTop767. This was suggested to me by Rachel V. Hockey V in one of my earlier videos, I would call. And today we are going to be reading it. So here is the description. Dipper Pines is sent to the small town of Gravity Falls for the summer, but little does he know that Bill Cipher, a dream demon, has been watching him. When Bill journeys into Dipper's mind in an attempt to try and get him to summon him in the real world, it works. A dangerous deal is now made, and now Dipper is powerless, and Bill takes control, and the more insane things Bill makes Dipper do, the more demented Dipper becomes. So let's get right into this story. Table of contents. Intro. Dipper's POV. I wasn't always like this. I'm sure of that. I can tell you right now I was deceived. I don't know what happened. It all came so fast. I didn't want this, any of this. There's only one person to blame, and I can tell you about it from what I recall. I used to be fine. I wasn't always demented. Chapter 1. I will do Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and Chapter 3 in this video, because they're short chapters. And it's not going. Go to Chapter 1. There we go. Dipper's POV. My name is Dipper Pines. My name is Dipper Pines, age 12. I have a sister named Mabel. We are twins. Mabel is slightly older than me by 5 minutes. My life was pretty much simple until our parents sent us down to Gravity Falls, Oregon to stay the summer with our great-uncle, Grunkle Stan. He owned a place called the Mystery Shack, a small tourist attraction where he displayed fake merchandise with high prices. Let's just say Grunkle is misspelled. Let's just say that. Let's just say Grunkle Stan and I like to draw... Let's just say Grunkle Stan liked to draw people in for money. Little did he know that while he displayed false creatures and items in the shack, out in the woods behind the shack, actual paranormal things were going on. Creatures and magical beings lurked. As a matter of fact, the whole town of Gravity Falls was just weird. I had a feeling. I got a feeling. Mabel and I worked around the shack doing chores and stuff. Grunkle Stan had 2 other employees that worked there. Seuss, the handyman, was a nice man-child. Wendy was a super cool cashier girl. Totally hot and totally out of my league. Did I mention age group? Anyways, I went out into the woods for a walk when I found this strange book. It had a picture outlined of a 6-fingered hand with a 3 labeled on the center. The journal was pretty run down, so I just called it Journal 3. Well, that same day I flipped through it and my suspicions were right. This journal had pictures and notes of every supernatural being you could imagine, all located in this very town. There were gnomes, zombies, sea creatures, demons, etc. They all had special entries on them, almost as if the author stumbled upon these beings and wrote down his findings like a field journal. Problem was that the journal's author's name wasn't in the journal. The front page said property of, and the name had been ripped away. I flipped through the book, was not only shocked at these creatures, but unsettled by the note in bold caps. Trust no one. Bill's POV. Oh, Dipper, you have no idea. On to Chapter 2. Chapter 2. Dipper's POV. What did the author mean by trust no one? What is going on in this town? So I took it upon myself to discover the secrets of Gravity Falls. Mabel offered to help, and hey, why not? This was where my story starts. Hey, Dippin' Sauce, any luck with that journal today? Mabel, I dropped a quarter. Mabel bounced into our room. No. No. Although there are some interesting things in here. I mean, look at this! A squash with a human face and emotions! I said excitedly, showing Mabel the drawing. I want that squash. I want that squash, Mabel said, smiling. I'm telling you, there's a lot of creepy things in here, I responded, flipping the page. The next page was a cipher wheel thing. Next. Cool! How to raise the dead! Mabel peered over my shoulder. They should have a sweater creature or something. It gets tiring making my own sometimes. Mabel flipped a page. I'm just so curious about who wrote this. I mean, we need to answer some of this stuff, I said. Oh, look at me and you solving mystery together in a creepy old guy's shack. Mystery twins! Mabel shouted, jumping off her bed. Don't use that, I facepalmed. Suit yourself, Mabel. Suit yourself, Mabel, out! Mabel went out of the room. I closed the journal. Don't stress so much, Dipper. This is a mystery that will unravel with time. The universe can handle it, I said to myself. I laid on my bed. The universe is taking too long. I can do this. I sat up and headed downstairs to the shack. Mabel was spinning around on the globe. Grunkle Stan was taking a tour group around. I saw Wendy working the cashier and said, "Cashier stand looking bored." That's my cue. I puffed up my chest and walked over. Hey, Wendy! Boring day, am I right? I asked casually. Hey, Dipper. Hey, Dipper. Yeah, it's a slow day. She replied. This is it! Go for it, Dipper! Man, I need to stop talking to myself. So, I was wondering if maybe after your So, I was wondering maybe after your shift, we could go for a walk or something? I asked, shifting around a bit. Sounds cool, dude. I'll see you after I'll see you after this shift, okay? Wendy said, smiling. Sounds good! I replied, almost squeaking. This was amazing. I contained my excitement until Mabel popped up beside me. Look at you! You got a date! She squealed. I know. Keep it cool. I just kind of went for it, I said. Except for that little kitten squeal at the end. Mabel smiled, poking my cheek. Boop! She said. I headed out the back of the shack and waited for Wendy. I was kicking a stone when I heard a noise in the woods. Then Seuss came out. He saw me. Oh, hey, dude. If you're wondering why I'm coming out of the forest, because this creepy little thing stole my bag of burrito bites, he said. I looked up. A weird thing, huh? What did it look like? I asked. It was about yay high, looked like a squirrel, except it wasn't a squirrel, Seuss explained. Can you take me to it? Maybe I can document it, I said, pulling the journal on my coat. But my date! I couldn't bail. Wendy came out the back door. Are you ready, Dipper? She asked. Yeah, you wouldn't mind if our walk... My cat's meowing outside. Yeah, you wouldn't mind if our walk we took for the squirrel thing that Seuss saw, would you? Supernatural stuff? Cool, Wendy replied. Phew, awesome! Who's going to go after the creepy burrito bite thieving creature? This guy! I exclaimed, pointing at myself. Wendy and Seuss just looked at me. Never mind. Let's just go, I said, blushing a bit. Bill's POV. So you're into supernatural things, huh? Interesting. What do I see there? The journal. Excellent. Chapter 3. Bill's POV. I like this Dipper kid from the Pines family. I've been observing him for some time now. He's the kind of person that could be useful. He's curious. He's too curious for his own good. Not to mention he's over his head in the mystery behind this town. In fact, Pine Tree keeps looking like he could discover some major things. I can't allow that. I need to find a way to meet him. Tonight, yes. I'll come to his dreams. Perfect. Dipper's POV. We have been tracking down the creature for some time now. It says here that it's called the Pesquale. I said, pointed to a similar picture to what Seuss had described. That's it, dude! That's the thing! Seuss pointed. Wendy and Seuss knew about the journal, so they helped me and Mabel when we needed help. So, are you any closer to finding who wrote that thing? Wendy asked, motioning to the journal. No. But I know we'll find him. He would know all the mysterious places of this place, I replied. Dudes, we should be heading back now, Sue said. Yeah, come on. I closed the book. The mystery shack was closed for the night, and I went to me and Mabel's room. Hey! Where were you? Mabel asked. I was out looking for a scroll thing, I replied. Strange date! Sorry. Strange date! Mabel laughed. Yeah, also tiring. I yawned. Good night, bro, Mabel said from her bed. Night, I called back. That night I had a strange dream. I was in the attic of the shack. It was gray. Everything was gray. The journal sat on the floor in front of me. How did it get there? I picked it up. I looked around confused and a little bit afraid. Mabel? Grunkle Stan? Anyone? I called into the gray room. The wind seemed to pass through. I backed up against the wall, still holding the journal. Then I saw a huge flash of light, followed by maniac laughter. I shielded my eyes. The light grew and spread into a huge flash. Ah! I screamed. Chapter 4. And then we'll stop there after I read Chapter 4. If it'll go forward. Go forward! Okay, whatever. That was horrible. Bill's POV. I watched as the two kids went to sleep. My turn to come in. I flew over to Dipper's bed to make sure he was asleep. Then I entered his mind. Gosh, this place is weird. It's full of images of him and some red-headed chick together. She looks a bit old for him, but hey, that's what I think. Ah, jeez, is he singing in the bathroom? I'm gonna ignore that. Okay, let's choose general setting for our meet and greet. The attic. Looks like he's already there. He looks terrified and looks like he's found a good wall to cling to. Here I go! My usual flash entrance. Perfect evil laugh. The kid screams. Whoa, kid, relax! Nothing to burst your own ears for, I said, hovering over him. What the heck are you? Why did you bring me here? Dipper questioned. Dipper's POV. I awaited an answer from the weird being. He was a large yellow triangle fit with arms and legs. My throat is so dry. From the Bill voice. He had a black top hat covered with a black bow tie. The creepy thing was that the one single eye he had. The name is Bill Cipher. Oh my god! I just had a realization. I'll make it later. Go onto my Google Plus account, you'll see what it is. The name's Bill Cipher, he said, hovering over. A black cane popped out of nowhere. I've been waiting for you for some time now, Pine Tree. Bill pointed the cane at me. How do you know who I am? I asked, brushing off the whole Pine Tree reference. Oh, I know lots of things, the triangle demon continued in a cheery voice. I happen to know that you like the supernatural creatures, such as myself. I came a bit closer. What even are you? I asked. I'm a dream demon. Powerful, but nothing to fear, Bill said, observing his hand. A dream demon, huh? Maybe the journals could tell me more. You seem to want to know more about the secrets of Gravity Falls. Am I right? Bill asked, circling me. Yeah, I replied cautiously. Well, kid, I happen to know a few things about this, Bill said. What? He knew? Maybe I could get help from him. You could help me? I asked. Bill flew closer. I could, but you need to be summoned in the walking world in order for me to tell you. I need to be summoned in the walking world in order for me to tell you, he answered. Maybe I could summon you, if you show me how, I answered. If Bill could help me, I might be able to find the author. Well, that journal you have there is an entry on me. It tells you how to summon me. The demon flipped open the book to a page. I read the name Bill Cipher. It showed a black triangle with a hat and one eye. The page flipped and I could read The page flipped before I could read anything else. It changed to the next page that said summoning. Wait! The summoning page is in the second book that Gideon had. So that must be wrong, but I'm not going to judge stories. My mouth is foaming up. Okay. Just follow those simple instructions and I'll come, Bill said. I must go, I must go now, but we had a nice chat. Remember, reality is illusion, the universe is hologram. Bye, goodbye! Then poof, Bill was gone with a sudden flash of light. Ah! I woke up screaming. What's wrong, Dipper? Mabel said from across the room where she was doing something. I realized it was morning and I was safe in my bed. What? Nothing. Just a nightmare, I guess, I told her. Phew, I thought some creature was eating your face, Mabel said from across the room. Kids, breakfast is done! I heard Stan call from downstairs. Breakfast? Oh, I hope they're pancakes! Mabel said and hopped up. I got up too and followed her down. I couldn't help but think of Bill's offer. I couldn't help but think of Bill's offer.